Welcome back. We continue with our lesson, environmental management. Okay. Okay. Children, can anybody tell me which are the two types of environment that we have learned? Which are the two types of environment that we have learned, children? Yes, the two types of environment. Okay, the natural environment and the artificial environment. Alright? Natural environment and the artificial, that is naturally the natural environment. We have all the living organisms, plants, animals. Yes, everything, air, water, land, atmosphere. Artificial, we have man-made or environment also. We can call buildings, vehicles and all those things. Two main factors, but biotic factors and the abiotic factors. Okay. Now continuous interaction occurs between all these factors in the environment. Artificial environment, directly or indirectly, depends upon what I have told you all. Depends or affects, not depends, let me correct myself children, not depends, affects. Okay, now artificial environment directly or indirectly affects the environment. Okay, today, now we will go to a new word, okay, new term, that is ecology. I am putting on a new word for you today, ecology. Yes, today we go to the new term, that is ecology, alright? Ecology, let us see what is ecology. Ecology is nothing but the science that deals with the study of interactions. Ecology is a science that deals with the study of interactions between the biotic and the abiotic factors of the environment. What is ecology? Science which deals. Yes, what did I say? Can you repeat me? What did I say? Ecology is the science that deals with the study of interactions. With the study of interactions. Interaction between what, students? Interaction between what? Between the biotic. Interaction between biotic and between the biotic and abiotic factors of the environment. So how we can define ecology, children? Yes, ecology is a science which deals with the study of interactions between the biotic and the abiotic factors of the environment. Alright? Okay. Now, let me tell you children something here is every ecosystem, that is every ecosystem, it forms the basic functional unit for the study of ecology. What is it? Ecosystem is the basic functional unit used to study the ecosystem day, alright? Or sorry, used to study ecology day, alright? Now, many ecosystems together form an environment. Let me tell you, this is a fact, I don't have to say anything there, no explanation needed over here. It's a direct sentence coming up that many ecosystems together form an environment. Many ecosystems together form an environment. Now, let me tell you something. A pond. You're not knowing what's a pond. A pond is a small ecosystem, right? A pond, alright, is a small ecosystem, and whereas our planet Earth is the largest ecosystem. A pond is a small ecosystem, and the Earth is the largest ecosystem. I hope it is clear for you there. Now, in true sense, or what it really means is Biotic and abiotic factors occupy a definite geographical area and their interactions collectively constitute the ecosystem. Let me tell you that in true sense, abiotic and biotic factors occupy a definite geographical area and their interactions are collectively constituted to form an ecosystem there. Alright. Now for this I'll just say, let us go to the desert there. Let us go to the desert. Alright, desert ecosystem we have to talk. Now in the desert, what do you see? You see sand. Which is the animal that you see? Camel. Which is the plant that you see? Cactus. How is the temperature? Very high. How is the soil? Grainy. Right? All these conditions. So they are constituting the factors there in that particular geographical condition which is existing in the desert. Alright? Alright, and if you look into the animal that is camel, you must have seen the camel is a tall animal with long legs, thick eyelids, nostrils. Yes? Why? Because it has got adapted to live in that particular surrounding that is the desert. Alright, camel. And you take that plant cactus, okay, you see that it is thorny, it has spines on it, thick succulent leaves. Why? Because it has to store water, yes, to survive in the arid conditions there. Alright? Okay. Now, here I have something interesting to ask you. Can you tell me which systems, alright? This is again to go back to, or to just bring you back to the topic. I want to ask you a few questions there so that I can relate the topic. Alright? Now, can you recall, yes, which systems are operated in an environment? Which systems are operated in an environment and what is their importance? Which systems are operated in an environment and why is it important? This is again, children, a portion that we have learned in the 9th standard. Alright? The 9th standard. Alright? Here let me tell you, in an environment there are two factors that we need to remember, that is the biogeochemical cycles, that is important. One is the gaseous cycle. Yes, let me tell you two systems, alright? Systems. Yes? Two systems, I told you, this is one is the gaseous cycle. One is the gaseous cycle and the other one was the sedimentary cycle. Yes, two main cycles which we have learned is the gaseous cycle and the sedimentary cycle. Okay, the gaseous cycle includes the nitrogen cycle, the carbon cycle, the oxygen cycle, all those things which we have learned. Alright? Yes, and the sedimentary cycle includes all the cycles which include all the different minerals that you can say phosphorus, calcium, iron, etc., soil, etc. All the sedimentary part, that is the soil part of the cycle there. Alright? Alright. Now let us see what is the importance. What is the importance of the biogeochemical cycle? Is it really important? Is the biogeochemical cycle important for us? Yes? Do you think the biogeochemical cycle is important for us? Yes? Okay. Yes, the biogeochemical cycle is very important for all of us. The biogeochemical cycle is very important for all of us. Why? Because, for the existence of living things on the earth. Mainly it is for the existence of all the living things on the earth over there. Alright? Now, in that, let me just tell you, plants. The plants, they require water, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, phosphorus, potassium, etc. Why do they need all these things? Any answer? Yes, they need all these things because they act as nutrients. alright? Because they act as nutrients for the healthy growth of the plant, for the preparation of carbon dioxide, if you say, is needed for the preparation of food. Water is needed for the preparation of food, alright? Minerals are needed, which is absorbed by the roots and transported to the different parts of the plant. So it's for the growth, basically for the growth. Same way, even animals, same way, even the animals need the different nutrients, alright? Require nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, etc. Yes, for their growth and development. Are you sure? Okay. Now, then let me go to the next part, that is producers. Producers as well as consumers. Producers are the plants, consumers are the animals which use or which survive on the plants there. Alright. That is plant producers and consumers. They die some or the other day, everyone has to die. Same way, producers and our consumers after their death undergo a process called as decomposition. Alright, producers and consumers after their death, what happens? They undergo a procedure. They undergo a procedure called as decomposition. They undergo a procedure called as decomposition. Alright? Decompose. I introduced this part also in the earlier part of the lesson. Yes, decomposition. And what happens when the body of the organism is being decomposed? It releases certain elements which mix with the soil. Right? The body releases certain elements which again gets mixed with the soil. Right? Now, this cyclic movement of nutrients is possible only because of the biogeochemical cycle. Alright? Again I repeat, producers and consumers die. They have various compounds present in their body. When the plants or animals die, their body starts decomposing, and when the body decomposes, it releases all the carbon, hydrogen and other things back into the soil. Yes? And how is this happening? This is happening in a cyclic manner, or this movement of cyclic nutrients is possible or is happening only because of the biogeochemical cycle. Alright? And let me tell you, cyclic movement of elements, which elements I was talking about, is nothing but carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, etc., which is present in the body of plants and animals. After death, the body is decomposing and it is getting mixed with the soil all over again. Okay, and this is happening continuously, alright, and on the earth. This is happening continuously on the earth. Hence, what is happening? It helps to maintain balance in the nature. Whatever is needed by the plants is consumed, eaten up by the animals, gets stored in the body. Yes, and after they die, what is happening? It is returning back to where? To the soil itself. So, if the environment is in proper condition, if the environment is in proper condition, then human existence is possible. If our environment is in proper condition, then only we can say that human existence is safe or it can be possible if the cycle is maintained properly in the nature. So, do you and I have to do something to prevent or conserve our nature? Yes, there is something. I am coming to the topic there. So, I have just put this across and I have done it. So, what is our responsibility? Do you and I owe some responsibility towards our planet Earth? Yes, 100%. We owe a major thing for our Earth. Alright? It is our responsibility to preserve nature and maintain the environmental balance. Alright? So, dear children, please remember that the planet Earth was given to us on lease or from our future generations and not as an ancestral property from our ancestors. It's a nice thought. You just think over it and you need to, each one of us needs to understand what is being told to us. What are they saying? The planet Earth was given to us on lease. Yes, given to us on lease means temporary for us. You and me to use it. Yes, on lease from our future generations and not from our ancestral property from our ancestors. Therefore, we must conserve it for ourselves and for the future generations to come. Alright? So, you and I need to conserve our environment there. Alright? Now, I begin with a new topic. Environmental conservation. What does the word conservation mean? What does the word conservation mean? Conservation means to preserve, to take care of certain things which should be lasting for a longer period of time, not only for today. Alright? All understood? Now, a question comes up to you. What are the factors that affect our environment and how? What are the factors that affect our environment and how? Any answers? Okay. Natural as well as man-made factors or artificial factors affect the environment. Alright, together there is a change happening when they both come together. Alright, among natural factors, there are sudden changes in the weather. Alright, quick changes in the weather you and I cannot predict today. Okay, quick changes in the weather, natural disasters, etc. Natural disasters can be floods, famine, drought, then earthquake, volcanic eruptions. All these are what? Nothing but natural factors which can affect our environment. Alright, so what are they saying? Natural as well as man-made factors affect the environment. Among the natural factors, I named a few: quick weather changes or natural disasters, etc. These changes cause problems in the interrelationship that exists between the food chain. Alright, because of these natural calamities or natural disasters or quick changes in weather, what is happening? There is a problem being created in the natural interrelationship that was existing between the food chains and food web. Okay, some problem is happening over there. Hence, man-made factors or artificial factors like industrialization, urbanization, pollution, hunting and poaching of animals, etc., or construction of dams, buildings, roads, bridges, etc., causes a lot of damage to our environment there. Can you agree with it that these things can cause damage to our environment? The answer is yes. The flora and fauna which was existing in these natural surroundings are going to get destroyed completely. Alright, so you and I need to preserve our planet Earth? The answer is 100% yes. Why? Because there is a relationship, there is an interrelationship between the natural factors and the artificial factors. So you need to conserve the environment, you need to take care of the environment, you need to think before you start cutting down trees or constructing bridges or all those things there. Why? Because in some or the other way they are likely to affect our environment, our earth. Alright. Now, next question coming up for you in your textbook, page number 33 is, what will happen if the number of our consumers in an environment goes on increasing gradually? Number of what is increasing? The number of consumers is increasing gradually. Understood? The producers know. The consumers is increasing naturally. What is likely to happen then? Can you think about it, children? Yes. What is it? What is the word that you are going to tell me? You are going to tell me man. Yes. What is that particular word that I need you to answer? It is nothing but imbalance. What is the particular word? If the number of consumers is increasing, there is an imbalance being caused. Or an imbalance is increasing in our environment. Or it will create an imbalance in an environment. Yes, that is scarcity you can call it, less number of species or destruction of their species or damage, whatever you all want to say, alright? It will create an imbalance or scarcity in the prey organism, and due to the lack of prey, the number of consumers will also decline. Imbalance there, alright? Now, another question coming up for you is, what will be the effect of industry established on a river bank of the river ecosystem? What will be the effect of an industry established on a river bank on the river ecosystem? Can anybody think? Yes, put on a thinking cap, children, and let me know the answer. Anybody? Okay, let me come to the answer there. First and foremost, what is the change that is likely to happen, or what is the effect that you are going to see? That there is a threat on aquatic life. There is a threat on aquatic life. Alright. Secondly, because of the hazardous, what is this threat? This threat is due to the hazardous effluents that are being released into the river waters. Okay? Aquatic life will get damaged. Aquatic life will be destroyed. Okay? And what is the reason? Because it's a factory or industry that is coming up, you said. What will the industry be leaving into the sources of water? It will be leaving effluents. Effluents are nothing but poisonous or toxic substances that can be released from an industry there. Okay? And where is this likely to go? Into the river water or the river. And what is happening? This effluent will cause what? Damage to the aquatic life that is present in the river. Secondly, this will lead to water pollution. Naturally, if the effluents are released, what is more likely to happen? The water is likely to get polluted. Right? The water will get polluted. Alright? And if the water gets polluted, you can imagine what it is like. Entire destruction of the aquatic life. Thirdly, the water will not remain potable. You cannot use it for drinking or for any of the other purposes. Alright? And fourth, the health, because of the water being not potable, effluents, toxic substances, what is likely to happen to the people living around that river there? Alright? The health of the people will be affected. Yes? And last but not the least, food chain and the food web may collapse totally. Alright? Again, the question is, what will be the effect of an industry established on a river bank on the river ecosystem? So, what was the first point that I told the children? The aquatic life will become, the aquatic life will get destroyed. Yes, why will it get destroyed? Because of the hazardous effluents. The hazardous, I told you, toxic, poisonous, yes, hazardous effluents that have been released into the sources of water, that is a river. Secondly, this will lead to water pollution, I told you. Then the water will remain unpotable. You cannot consider, yes, will not be potable. Alright, will not be potable. Third, the water will get polluted, as I told you. Fourth, the health of the people will be affected. And last but not the least, the food chains and food web that existed will totally collapse. Okay. Now, we move on to the next topic, point, that is unnecessary and unacceptable changes in the surrounding environment due to natural causes or human activities is called as environmental pollution. Okay, children, I will stop as of now and I will continue with the lesson again there. Just give me some, please revise this lesson and go through it. It's more of a factual lesson there. Alright, please read your text and mark down the points there, and I will be repeating the points. I'm sure you all will remember all this what I have told you. Thank you.